Transportation in animals and plants. Learning about transport of substances in plants and animals. We all know that all organisms need food, water, and oxygen for survival. Food, water, and oxygen has to be supplied to all parts of the body. Further, animals need to transport wastes to parts from where they can be removed. The heart and the blood vessels function to transport substances and together form the circulatory system. In this chapter, we will learn about transport of substances in plants and animals. Blood. What happens when you get a cut on your body? Blood flows out. But what is blood? Blood is the fluid which flows in blood vessels. It transports substances like digested food from the small intestine to the other parts of the body. It carries oxygen from the lungs to the cells of the body. It also transports waste for removal from the body through the anus. Blood carries various substances to all parts of the body. It is a liquid which has cells of various kinds suspended in it. The fluid part of the blood is called plasma. There are the red blood cells, RBC, which contain a red pigment called hemoglobin. Hemoglobin binds with oxygen and transports it to all parts of the body and ultimately to all the cells. It will be difficult to provide oxygen efficiently to all the cells of the body without hemoglobin. The presence of hemoglobin makes the blood appear red. The blood also has white blood cells, WBC, which fight against germs that may enter our body. Rajesh fell down while playing a game and his knee got injured. Blood was coming out from the cut. After some time, he noticed that the bleeding had stopped and a dark red clot had plugged the cut. Rajesh was puzzled about this. The clot is formed because of the presence of other type of cells in the blood called platelets. Blood vessels. There are different types of blood vessels in the body. We know that during inhalation, a fresh supply of oxygen fills the lungs. Oxygen has to be transported to the rest of the body. Also, the blood picks up the waste materials, including carbon dioxide from the cells. This blood has to go back to the heart for transport to the lungs for removal of carbon dioxide. So, two types of blood vessels are present in the arteries and veins of the body. Arteries carry oxygen, rich blood, from the heart to all parts of the body. Since the blood flow is rapid and at high pressure, the arteries have thick, elastic walls. Let us perform an activity to study the flow of blood through arteries. Activity. Place the middle and index finger of your right hand on the inner side of your left wrist. Can you feel some throbbing movements? Why do you think there is throbbing? This throbbing is called the pulse and it is due to the blood flowing in the arteries. Count the number of pulse beats in 1 minute. How many pulse beats could you count? The number of beats per minute is called the pulse rate. A resting person usually has a pulse rate between 72 and 80 beats per minute. Veins are the vessels which carry carbon dioxide-rich blood from all the parts of the body back to the heart. The veins have thin walls. There are valves present in veins which allow blood to flow only towards the heart. Arteries are divided into smaller vessels. On reaching the tissues, they divide further into extremely thin tubes called capillaries. The capillaries join up to form veins which empty into the heart. The pulmonary artery carries blood from the heart, so it is called an artery and not a vein. It carries carbon dioxide-rich blood to the lungs. pulmonary vein carries oxygen-rich blood from the lungs to the heart. Heart. The heart is an organ which beats continuously to act as a pump for the transport of blood, which carries other substances with it. Imagine a pump working for years without stopping. Absolutely impossible. Yet our heart works like a pump non-stop. Let us now learn about the heart. The heart is located in the chest cavity with its lower tip slightly tilted towards the left. Hold your fingers inwards on your palm. That makes your fist. Your heart is roughly the size of your fist. What will happen if the blood rich in oxygen and the blood rich in carbon dioxide mix with each other? To avoid this from happening, the heart has 4 chambers. The 2 upper chambers are called the atria, singular is atrium, and the 2 lower chambers are called ventricles. The partition between the chambers helps to avoid mixing up of blood rich in oxygen with the blood rich in carbon dioxide. The functioning of the circulatory system starts from the right side of the heart and follows the arrows. These arrows show the direction of the blood flow from the heart to the lungs and back to the heart from where it is pumped to the rest of the body. Heartbeat. The walls of the chambers of the heart are made of muscles. These muscles contract and relax rhythmically. This rhythmic contraction, followed by its relaxation, constitutes a heartbeat. Remember that heartbeats continue every moment of our life. If you place your hand on the left side of your chest, you can feel your heartbeat. The doctor feels your heartbeats with the help of an instrument called a stethoscope. A doctor uses the stethoscope as a device to amplify the sound of the heart. It consists of a chest piece that carries a sensitive diaphragm, 2 earpieces, and a tube joining the parts. Doctors get clues about the condition of your heart by listening through a stethoscope. Each heartbeat generates 1 pulse in the arteries, and the pulse rate per minute indicates the rate of heartbeat. The rhythmic beating of the various chambers of the heart maintains circulation of blood and transport of substances to the different parts of the body. Do sponges and hydra also have blood? Animals such as sponges and hydra do not possess any circulatory system. The water in which they live brings food and oxygen as it enters their bodies. The water carries away waste material and carbon dioxide as it moves out. Thus, these animals do not need a circulatory fluid like the blood. Summary. In most animals, the blood that circulates in the body distributes food and oxygen to different cells of the body. It also carries waste products to different parts of the body for excretion. Circulatory system consists of the heart and blood vessels. In humans, blood flows through arteries and veins, and the heart acts as a pumping organ. Blood consists of plasma, RBC, WBC, and platelets. Blood is red due to the presence of a red pigment, hemoglobin. The human heart beats about 70 to 80 times per minute in an adult person. This is called heart rate. Arteries carry blood from the heart to all parts of the body. Veins carry blood from all parts of the body back to the heart. That is all in this topic. Let us learn about excretion in animals in our next topic.